go, what's that? And they run to the television, and there you are.
We have with us two wonderful guests, a mother and daughter team, Patricia Warner to my left and Diedre Warner to my right. Both Pat and Diedre have been with us in quite a few of the previous episodes, and they're very familiar with our sequence. We would like our audience to stay with us for the next 7 or 8 episodes when we are going to workshop through every one of the 48 plus postures in order, in transitional order. My father loved to say, you cannot stop a thunderstorm, but you can carry an umbrella. What we are trying to do today, and as with every other episode, is to help us prevent common ailments with a sequence, simple ailment-specific sequence called 48 plus. Yoga in and of itself is low impact, and it stretches our tendons rather than just the muscles. So tendons are the cartilage between the muscle and the bone, and that's what we are going to focus today, the muscle groups in our body. Once we know what are the various muscle groups, it's really easy to figure out what postures are good to prevent which ailment. Pat and Diedre, I would urge you to pick your favorite transitional sequences. So we will go from postures 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 and 8. So we will go in order, and I'll help you identify the sequence. Pat, would you like to be the first person to do a demo?
Sure.
Perhaps we can just stay where we are. Diedre, join us, please. Pat is going to demonstrate postures 1, 2, and 3, 1 through 3. And Diedre will help us identify which ailment those postures are going to help out. So first we will, of course, as Pat gets into the posture, Diedre, we're going to also identify which muscle she's working.
Okay.
So that way that'll help you figure out what ailments these muscle workouts would help.
Okay.
Okay, Pat, we're going to go in 1 through 3 in a graceful transitional motion. Pat, that's good. Heels together, toes slightly apart, palms by your side, facing your thighs, chest out. Let's all inhale together. Take your arms overhead. So inhale, bring your arms to shoulder height. Keep inhaling, go all the way up over your head. Keep inhaling. Try to clasp your palms or face your palms to each other and hold. Now, this time, Diedre, as you're in that position, would you like to just turn around just a little bit? Would you like to try and identify or even guess, tell us which part of the body is she stretching more? What do you think? The way Pat is holding herself. What do you think? Now, Jabari, do we have the computer on so we can show the people, the viewers, what muscles we're working? That's great. All right, Pat, okay, let me get you started. What about her chest muscles? Is she opening up her chest?
Yes.
Yes, okay. The chest muscles are called pectorals, and I believe Jabari has got it up on the screen over there. Pectoral muscles. So Pat is going to inhale nice and deep, fill up her lungs with air as if she's a balloon. So she's inhaling. Now Pat is going to exhale from the hip and go down all the way. Actually, maybe you just want to do it with her. Yes. Exhale from the waist. Keep going down all the way, Pat. Fold from the hip. Keep going. Keep exhaling. Don't forget. Now, Diedre, once you get into the posture, maybe you want to turn around just a little bit. And what muscle do you think she is stretching now?
I guess the back.
Yes, okay. Spinal extensors. Now, she's also compressing certain muscles in the front of her body. What do you think that might be? The lower abdomen?
Yes.
She's trying to reach her lower abdomen to the top of her thigh, and she's stretching her hamstrings. So the lower abdominal muscles are also one of the core muscles. And do we have a name for that? Jabari, do we have a name for that muscle on the computer? The lower abdomen. Oh, it's the abdominal muscles. You can just click on the six pack as we call it. Okay, there we go. You've got the, no, you've got, yes, somewhere around there, yes. The obliques are on the side, but you also have the muscles right in front. Okay, I can't see that far, but we are going to, they're just called the abdominals, and abdominals are in the center, and the obliques are on the side. So, now, Pat, the third posture is your favorite. We are going to go into thunderbolt. Good. Inhale, come up, bend your knees. Very good. And hold palms facing in, palms facing each other. Good. So you keep your energy. Bend your knees, Diedre. And this posture is a little hard to hold for a long time. So we're going to try and guess which posture, which muscles Pat is working here. She is, of course, lifting her chest out. She's putting a lot of pressure on her knees. So here, now we're not just talking about the muscle. There are also her kneecaps. Her knees are getting some exercise, so that is good for preventing arthritis. Okay. She's inhaling. That's also good. She's opening up her chest a lot, so that's good for asthma. So we're going body part by body part. Inhale, come up, Pat. That's good. Raise your arms. Exhale, bring your arms by your side. Good. Now, we've already figured out, thank you, Pat. We'll stay in standing position. Now, this time we're going to demonstrate on Diedre. And Pat, you're going to do some homework or classwork right here. Okay. We've already figured out from Pat's postures, she has worked in the forward bend, the second posture that she did. The first one were the pectorals. Pectorals are the muscles that cover your ribs. They're the chest muscles, and in between the ribs, you also have the intercostals. So when you open, it's a cartilage. So when you open your chest, the ribs are also expanding, your lungs are expanding, you're improving your power of breathing, you're improving your lung power. And oh, that's very nice, thank you. Thanks, Shanti and Jabari. So those are called the intercostal muscles. So you're stretching. So just visualize in your mind, when we stretch these tendons, we are helping release all these feel-good juices called endorphins. Are we ready for the second transition sequence? And Pat, feel free to join us. The first three postures that Pat did were arms raised. Posture 1. Posture 2 was Padahasta, hands to feet. And Utkata, thunderbolt, Pat's favorite. Diedre is going to go into postures 4, 5, and 6, which is the triangle, Trikon, Virabhadra, brave warrior, and Virabhadra angle. Okay, Diedre, you're on your side. Now, Pat, you should be able to identify which ailment this posture would help. We'll just give it a guess. We're just going with our common sense. We're going to go with what we learned so far. Diedre, you can stretch a little more, stretch your legs a little more. Put your brakes on, bring your toes in. Yes, good. Now, if the audience will watch, Diedre has got her legs out all the way as far as she can go. She's very tall, so that's good. I'm not going as far as she is. Now, what she's doing is she is stretching. Already she's stretching part of her quadriceps. She's also stretching her calf muscles. And she's definitely stretching her hamstrings. And on the inside, she's... great posture as well, because she's stretching her hamstrings right in the back, and they run right from the inner thigh. Now, to help us remember the postures, the outside of Diedre's thigh, of all her thighs, is called abductor muscles. So think of the word abduct, to take out. So it's on the outside, to take away. And the inside of the thigh muscles are called adductor muscles. So here's what Diedre is going to do. Hands by your side, Diedre, palms facing your thigh. Inhale, take your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Now turn, keep your brakes on the left foot, turn your right foot out. Good. Now bend your right knee as deep as you can. Keep exhaling. Now actually, come back into the triangle posture. Let's not go, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Your feet are fine, your feet are fine where they are. Now, Pat, Diedre is first going to go into the triangle posture. You've inhaled. Now you're going to exhale, bring your right arm down in front of your right knee, palms facing forward, and then left arm will go up. Keep exhaling. Look up at your left hand. Good. Keep exhaling, palms facing forward. Very nice. Diedre should feel a wonderful stretch in the side of her body, which are called the obliques. The side muscles are called obliques. She's also feeling a wonderful compacting. I hope you are,
Yes,
right? Of the obliques on one side. So when she stretches the other side, she will feel the right side stretch as well. What other muscles do you feel stretching? Do you feel your hamstrings stretch, especially on the right leg, Diedre?
Yes.
Yes. So Pat, what ailment would that help with? Hamstrings, remember. When we stretch hamstrings, we're talking
Piles.
sciatic nerves.
Oh, sciatic nerve?
nerves. Piles would tighten the sphincter muscle, but sciatic nerves. Inhale, come up, Diedre. Very good. Now, we're going to turn the right foot in. Put your brakes on the right foot. Turn the left foot out. Okay. Now this time, Pat, there is another ailment also this helps prevent because she's opening up her chest muscles. So think about it. That's right. So you'll notice it now. Exhale. Take your left hand down. Keep exhaling. Good. Palms facing forward and look up. I'm going to come and just bring your chest back a little more. Very nice. Maybe we don't want the arm, just the chest come. Very nice. Beautiful. Now keep your knees straight and you can actually stay right in this posture. Let's transition. Bend your left knee. Try to get your left thigh parallel to the ground as much as you can. That's great. You should feel a beautiful stretch of your obliques on the right side. And exactly like Pat said, this is also good for asthma because she's opening up her chest. Inhale, come up. Very nice. Exhale, straighten your knee. Arms down by your side. Keep exhaling. Keep your feet where they are. Now this time, to balance ourselves, you already know how to get into this position. We're going to do a slightly different twist. We're going to get, actually we already did, Veerabhadra, we did transition fully. So let's wiggle our feet, get it together. So Diedre also did a wonderful knee bending stretch over there. So when she got her right knee out, she bent it, so that's good for. What's the Pat? It's your home.
Arthritis.
Arthritis, exactly. So when you bend and unbend your knees, it's really great to help build the synovial fluid, which helps prevent arthritis. So we have 3 ailments already. So we got, and actually this posture is also great for compressing your lower abdomen, which would help. It's your assignment now, Pat. When you compress the lower, the intestines are getting massaged. That's for constipation. That's for relieving constipation, for preventing it. That's great. Okay, Pat, I know this is almost your favorite posture. I'm teasing. I'm pulling your leg, but you're doing great so far. So I think you'll be fine. You'll feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch.
I'll go as far as I can.
Yeah, let's turn sideways.
Okay.
Actually, the other way. I think the camera's on you there, so that's good. Now, Pat is going to, actually, that angle is great. So you're sort of not totally side. That's great. Okay, heels together. Actually, yeah, this posture is a little intense, so don't start with your heels together. Keep your heels slightly apart. Okay. This time, put the brakes on. Bring your toes in. You don't want to slip, so you keep your heels a little more further away from each other. Little more. Both your feet, your whole feet. Yeah, a little more, your heels, because you're really tall. That's it. Good. Pat is going to attempt a posture, a very intense posture. It's called Tiryangasana, which is a full back bend. She's going to go as far back as she can. Diedre, you want to guess which ailment that would help prevent when she's doing such an intense back bend? Think of a back.
The spine?
It strengthens the spine, so it helps prevent low back pain.
Okay, yes, lower back pain.
Lumbago. Another name for that is lumbago.
Okay.
Pat and Diedre, let's all do that together. Pat, take your palms, place the front of your palms on your butt. Okay. This time now, you're good. That's good. Your shoulders are nice and way back. Very good. Now, the further you take your elbows back, the deeper it'll help you go. It'll help you breathe. The other thing she's also going to do is expand her chest, so she's opening up fully. What ailment would that be?
Asthma.
Asthma. Very good. Okay. Now, all 3 of us are now going to go into Tiryangasana. We're going to try the best we can. Keep inhaling, Pat. Move your chest up. Very slowly. Glide your hand down the back of your thigh. Bend your knees. That's fine. That's it. Good. Keep exhaling now. You're past the midpoint. Very good. Hold wherever you are comfortable. Make the connection. Don't let go. That's it. Good. Because the moment you let your hands go, you're putting strain on your neck. Very good. Inhale. Come up. Glide your hands back to the back of your butt. Very nice. Exhale. Bring your hands by the side. Now, we've already learned that this posture is great for asthma because it opens up the chest. It expands the pectoral muscles. It stretches all the cartilage between the ribs. We learned that was intercostal. Jabari and Shanti, do we have one more opportunity of the muscle, the front of the body muscles? The page? Maybe we can show them. That's good. Okay, we've already seen the pectorals. Let's look at, you've got the abductors, fantastic. Abductor and adductor muscles. Abductor is the outer thigh. You can see it on the screen now. The inside of the thigh is adductor muscles. The outside are called abductor muscles. We also stretch the psoas muscles, which is a very tiny but very powerful muscle in the back. Okay, thank you. Now, Pat, this posture, even though you're not going to transition directly, it definitely needs a balancing posture. So you're going to go now this time. Get your legs as far apart as you can. Now, you're very tall as well, like Diedre, runs in the family. Very tall guys, tall folks. Now, get your feet as far apart, a little more, keep going. And you might want to turn all the way to the side. Now, get your left foot back, good. So you don't want to slip, so hold. Now, this time, you are going to take your arms up to shoulder height, keep inhaling. Go all the way up, that's good. You remember to turn your palms, very good. Now, you're going to fold from the hip, and as you fold, you're going to exhale. So keep exhaling, fold. Keep exhaling. And now you try and tell us which muscle. Now, okay, get to the ground as much. Now, because you're so tall, your hands don't reach the ground, so get your feet further apart. You will definitely go all the way down. Very nice. Okay. Now, where do you feel the stretch most in this posture?
Hamstrings.
That's right, the hamstrings in the back of the thighs. Can you feel that, Pat?
I feel them in my inner thighs, actually.
On your inner thighs, fantastic. So this would be a perfect posture for which ailment? For preventing which ailment?
Knee pains?
Inner thighs, she's
Inner
talking
thighs?
about the sciatic nerves, right?
Oh.
So that would be great.
I also
So-
feel it in my lower back.
Fantastic. Now, the lower back, actually, you're feeling the stretch, which is a great relief for you. Now, for a back strengthening exercise, you did the back bend. So this is actually giving you relief in your lower back, which is really good news. So sciatic nerves are being stretched over here. Your hamstrings, inhale, come up. Very gently. Now, as you come up, before you come up, if you want, I should probably have helped you with that. You could wiggle your feet closer, because when you come up, your feet are a little closer. But I'm glad you didn't fall. That was great. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale and wiggle your feet closer together all the way. That's good. So this is definitely a posture that helps the sciatic nerve. So it helps prevent sciatica. It's also a good posture. Actually, Pat, when you were down, did you feel the lower abdomen touching the top of your thighs? Because you were compressing the lower abdomen, right? So what would that be good for? Little quiz for you,
Lower
Diedre.
abdomen?
You're compressing, you're massaging your intestines. So it's great to
Constipation.
prevent constipation. That's right. So it's so easy. Yoga is just all about common sense, especially the postures. It's about common sense. The spiritual part, you leave it to the masters and you do it in your own private space. But here, we'll help you with the ailments. Okay, you did that very well. That was good. And you said you almost didn't want to do that. That's great. That's great. Okay. Number 9 is Ardha Chandra, half moon. This posture is known by other different names.
Okay,
Half moon is
me.
also. Yeah, let's all do it together. We can stand where we are
Okay.
facing the camera. Okay. This one is a very relaxing posture. It's a very slow movement. So would you like to take a guess what posture needs that?
Slow movement.
Very relaxing. Your blood does not go rush up to your head. It's relaxing. You don't want too much tension.
Is your heart?
Well, it slows down your heart, definitely, but it's also
lungs?
to relax it's good for asthma too, because it expands your lungs, but
Right.
more for hypertension.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's keeping you still. All you're doing is just swing with your
Okay.
hands overhead. So
Oh,
let's take
okay.
our hands.
Okay.
Heels together, toes slightly apart. You know the technique, so we can do it together. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Turn your palms in, take it all the way overhead. Now, clasp your palms together. You can clasp your thumbs together or your palms. If you need to bend your elbows just a little bit, that's fine. But you're doing great without bending. Just make the connection. That's good, Pat. Very nice. Bring your whole palm together. Yes. And once you're up there, try to go just a little back. Or maybe just tilt your head just a little bit. Diedre, just look up a little bit. That's it. That's nice. Now, hold it there. You've inhaled fully. Don't hold your breath. Just do your normal inhale and exhale. Now, exhale. Bend to the left. Now, Tilt your torso to the left. Now I'm just going to, that's good. Very nice. Very nice. Hold. Inhale, come up to midpoint. Good. Exhale, bend to the right. Keep exhaling. Now you can notice again, Diedre's obliques on the side of her body are getting stretched. Diedre, do you feel any other part of your body stretching? Just tell me
I
the
guess
body
my-
part and we'll pick up the muscle group.
I guess the abdomen, abdomen.
The upper arm, or you're talking about the upper arm, basically the triceps. Very good.
The
So you're
tricep, and also my stomach as well, like the abdomen right here.
Oh, the abdominal
Yeah.
muscles, the front, yeah. Yeah, the abs, what you call the abs or abdominals. Very nice. Abdominals, so yes. You are stretching that because you're stretching the obliques plus the side over here. So you're doing great.
Are you supposed to tighten up your abs when you doing this?
Yes,
position?
you always do, but this is a relaxing position, so there's
Okay.
no real pressure on you to do that. But if you do tighten, it'll be good, but don't
Okay.
tense them up.
Okay.
You always keep your posture as tight as you can in yoga, and you exhale as much as you can. And in yoga, you go with the flow in the sense you counter the pain, but you also, if you feel any real pain in your body while you're in the posture, you release. So you
Okay.
always go with your body. Inhale, come up. Now, I think you held the position very nice and long on the other side, but that's fine to balance yourself. You may want to go. But you also would have felt a nice deep stretch on your abductor muscles,
Yeah.
the outside of the thighs. So which is really good. What we're doing is we're stretching out as much as possible, stretching our bodies. Now, let's go from there. There is a posture that we all got very carried away in the last episode. It's called it's called a spinning wheel, Kati Chakra, which is fantastic for the midriff. It actually stretches your obliques. So we're talking about obliques right there. Actually, before we, let's finish this sequence and then we'll sum up all the different muscle groups that we've been exercising. Okay, keep our feet apart just a little bit, about say 10 to 12 inches apart. What we do, take both your palms in front of your chest, palms facing down, and we are going to extend the right arm and turn the torso to the right as much as you can. As you do that, you exhale fully. Okay, so that's good. And then turn your body as far back as you can. As far as you can. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, the other side. Inhale, come back up. And when you're in the front position, I'd like to point at something. When you turn all the way back, you notice if you do not turn your hip, if you keep your hip where it is, you may not go as deep, but that's fine because at that point, you're working your obliques as much as you can. When you move your hip further, your arms will go all the way to the other side, and at that time, you're also working your abductor muscles or the outside of your thighs. So try and feel that this time, take your hips with you. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back in. Exhale to the left, take your hips with you. And you'll find your reach is much further back. That doesn't mean that you're not working out in the first posture, it just means you're working a different muscle group. Okay, before we go into the next transitional posture, how much time do we have, Shanti? Jabari, how much time do we have? Okay, I think you may have to ask through the camera. I don't think you can hear. Great, thank you. So here's what we want to remember. We're still in the standing postures. We're hoping to finish the standing postures, but before we complete them, we're trying to work as many muscle groups as possible. It's important to remember we have 13 major muscle groups in the body. If you do not include the diaphragm, which is a cross-sectional muscle, which separates your lungs from your other organs in the lower part of your torso. You have the biceps. Now, both of you, Pat and Diedre, I want you both to feel your muscles as we call them out. Biceps, the top of your upper arm are the biceps, okay? The lower part, the bottom of your upper arm are called the triceps, which one of my yoga teachers used to call it the bye-bye muscle, because as we grow older, they keep saying bye-bye. But, well, she will be in one of our episodes in the future, I hope. Now we have the deltoids, and actually, Jabari, this would be a great time to get the muscle chart up there, if you don't mind. Could we get it up there? Okay, we'll keep going till Jabari gets it. I don't think, Shanti, can you ask Jabari if he can put it up there? Okay. The shoulder muscles are, good, thank you. The shoulder muscles are called deltoids. You have the trapezius muscles, which are in the back of the neck, and guess where we all hold all our worries, all our stress when someone gives you a neck
In that muscle.
Exactly. The trapezius is home to all our worries and concerns. That's why when someone gives you a little bit of a massage every now and then in the lower part of your neck, it feels wonderful. Massage is always delicious when someone else does it for you. Doing it for yourself is not as pleasurable as it is when someone else does it. Now, I don't want you guys to go sleep on me. And then you have the latissimus, which is actually, Pat, would you turn around? The latissimus are the muscles that go right across your upper back. It's a huge, huge muscle. So it connects the shoulders, the deltoids, to your back. That's a latissimus. And then you have your abs, which is the front part of your body, your abs. And I know a lot of guys like to work out at the gym and get a six-pack. Well, it's all right. Today we're going to present a 12-pack to you. That's okay. I'm working on that. I'm down to about 10-pack. Your gluteals are the butt muscles. Would you turn around, please, Diedre? These are your gluteal muscles, your butt muscles, which we always advise you to tighten as you get in and out of postures that have a lot of intensity on the legs. You have the quads. Pat, why don't you point out where your quadriceps are? The front of the thighs, upper thighs. Great. And then you have the calves. The calf is also known as a second heart. Very nice. We saw gluteals up there. The calf is also known as a second heart because it has a valve that helps the blood flow both ways. So when people go into inversions, the calf acts as a conduit for blood to go all the way to your head, and you don't have to worry there's a lot of pressure on your heart. And we already learned these adductor muscles on the inside. We might just want to point out, because we can't always get the charts, so adductor muscles on the inside, abductors on the outside. And that's 12. And then, of course, we said pectorals, and in between the ribs are the intercostals. That's 13. With the muscle right across in between, it's called diaphragm. It's not really a muscle. It's more of a cartilage. We have 14 muscle groups. So we've been through all of that. We probably have a couple of minutes. We may have time for one more sequence. Pat, I think this is your turn, because we actually did the other sequence, the other transition sequence together. So would you?
Which one?
Oh, actually, maybe Diedre.
Okay.
We'll do it together. But Diedre, I'll be demonstrating on Diedre.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, maybe we will go into the next sequence to continue these transitional poses. We're almost done. This is our little group here closing down for today. Diedre Warner, Pat Warner, thank you very much. Jabari and Shanti, thank you for helping us in the control room. And I'm Banu Suresh, signing off. If you want a copy of the book Yoga Secrets, send us a stamped self-addressed envelope. We'll send you a copy or a postcard. And if you keep in touch with us, we might even send you a fridge magnet, which you can put on your fridge. Visit www.yogaxpress.com. Let's all stay. You can go into your favorite stretches if you want. I know what Pat's going to do.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to surprise you.
Yeah, surprise me. Come on. We're going to do that in the next episode. So. Yeah, you can do a seated one too. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you have a third studio person named Murphy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't hear that. I didn't know that. Sorry, Murphy. You will be acknowledged in the next episode.
I meant Murphy as in Murphy's Law.
Oh!
That was a really rough episode. Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Did you get it? That's okay. Would you
Yeah.
Needs of editing?
It's going to need editing.
Okay. So
It's gonna need editing.
tell me what kind of editing? What's happening there? Just give me a rough idea so I can get over that.
Part of the challenge is we didn't know that you were going to be standing most of this episode. So all of the shots that we had,
Oh.